if you're new here, my name is Safia. I'm a registered nurse and nurse practitioner student. If you're interested in becoming a nurse, I'm going to give you a step-by-step approach on how to apply to nursing school. Figure out if this is what you really want to do with your life. Like, this is the career that you want to choose. Feel like you need to self-reflect to figure out, well, why do I want to be a nurse? Is it for the benefits, pay, financial stability, that you'll always have a job? Do you want to be a travel nurse? Do you care about people? These are the kind of things that you want to ask yourself before you actually dive into being a nurse. Like, whatever your reasoning is, be sure that it's a good one, because nursing is hard and I cannot begin to explain what we go through as nurses. We put up with a lot, and I feel like it's a big underappreciated career, even though everyone is always like, oh, you're a nurse, you're a healthcare hero, blah, blah, blah. But when you work as a nurse, for me, I feel like no one appreciates what I do, and I give 110% to my patients always, but it's the outside factors of hospital administration, managers, nurse educators, patients, family. Like, it's just a lot more than what I can discuss in this video, but just be sure that you want to be a nurse, this is what you want to do, you have a great reasoning behind it, then you'll be ready to get into that mindset of becoming a nurse. So once you decide, yeah, I want to do nursing, I want to be a nurse, then you'll have to decide what classes that you need. The basic classes: English, math, statistics, human anatomy. Usually the financial advisor will give you a track, like if you're first starting out in college, or even if you're going back to college for nursing, the financial advisor is supposed to give you a whole list of classes that you need to enter into this program. Like, once you declare nursing as your major, they should provide that information. I've had pretty shitty advisors, so I had to figure out what I needed on my own. I feel like all the majors are online on your university's website with all the classes that you need, and you can kind of go from there to enroll yourself on all of the essential classes that you need prior to applying to nursing school. Once you have your course track set for the next few semesters, then you can start looking into what nursing programs that you want to apply to. If you're going to a university, they probably already have a nursing program that offers a bachelor's in nursing. I went to a community college and I took all of my core classes there, and then I transferred all my credits to a university so I can get my bachelor's in nursing. Just a side note, I went to nursing school for free. I have no student loans because I went to community college, did my core classes for super cheap. I had the Hope Scholarship and the Pell Grant, so I went to school for free. I got my bachelor's degree for free. So your options are, you can apply to your university's nursing program. If you did it like me and you're in community college, you can definitely look around, you can shop around to see what program that you want to apply to at what school. In the realm of looking for nursing programs, you want to be sure to ask yourself these questions. Is the nursing program accredited by the state and nationally? Basically, the Department of Education has their own guidelines on how quality the nursing education is. So if the school is accredited, they set a high standard for their education. So whatever you're going to be learning, it's going to be quality material that if you go to different states in the United States, it'll be the same. Everyone should have the same basic education on nursing. What is their pass rate for the NCLEX exam? So the NCLEX exam is what will determine if you can be licensed as a nurse or not. It's the exam that you take at the very end of nursing school. And once you pass that exam, you get your license, and then you can start working as a nurse. So it's really important for you to understand your program's pass rate. So statistically, if all the students in that nursing program pass the NCLEX, that means that there's 100% pass rate for their program. If there's a high pass rate, that means that majority of the students in that program understood the material that was taught. It was high quality educational material to the point where they could pass their NCLEX exam. So you don't really want to go for a school that has like an 80% pass rate or a 70%. That means that maybe the students didn't learn that well, maybe the information wasn't taught that well. So I would just suggest like 90 or above, 95 or above pass rate would be better. You also want to look at the requirements for that nursing program. So what GPA do you need to apply for the program? My program needed a 2.8 GPA and I had a 3.68 GPA. So I had like majority A's and B's. My transfer GPA was a 3.67 because I took one class that I didn't need and then I failed another class. So, but that was it. So my overall GPA was a 3.68 and my transfer GPA was a 3.67. So I just suggest, like, you know, if you know that you're going into nursing school, then just do the best that you can in your core classes, because that's going to be the thing that can get you into nursing school. Be sure that you're studying for the exams, you're showing up to class, you're not skipping, you're doing all of the assignments, you know, the basic shit, so that you can get a high grade in your core classes, an A or a B, and that will boost your GPA and that will boost your chances of getting into the nursing program. Other requirements that nursing programs often ask for besides the GPA is some programs ask for an essay, some programs ask for a letter of recommendation. See if you need any additional classes besides what you're already set up to take as your core classes. See how much the tuition is for the nursing program that you're applying to, because at the end of the day, a bachelor's degree is a bachelor's degree. So you can go to like the top college in America to get your bachelor's in nursing. But if you find another school that has the same NCLEX pass rate and they're accredited, you can go to that school for a fraction of the cost and still get the same degree. You don't apply for jobs as a nurse and they're like, oh, well, she went to this university, so we should hire her. No, they'll see that you have your degree, you have your license, and then they'll hire you. Versus going to this prestigious college and having tens of thousands of dollars in student loans when you could have just went to a basic ass college that has a high NCLEX pass rate for a fraction of the cost. That's my advice. Lastly, see when the application deadlines are so that you can have an idea of when you need to apply for the program. So you can kind of like time out, well, I'll be done with my core classes in my spring semester, and the deadline for the nursing program for the fall start date is like in April. So you kind of want to have like a good idea of your core classes and when to take your entrance exam and then when to apply for the program. Once you've found your nursing program and you've answered all of those questions, then you need to take your entrance exam. So you have to figure out with your nursing program what entrance exam that they accept, whether it be the TEAS, the Kaplan, the HESI. The entrance exam is basically like the SAT or the ACT, those kind of testing exams that we took in high school to get into college. So it's the same concept with like the nursing entrance exam. You take that. It's over the basic concepts, English, writing, math, those kind of topics. I took the TEAS exam and I took it like a year before I started the nursing program. So I took my TEAS exam in November. I applied for the fall program in March. I got accepted in June and then started nursing school that following August. You finish your prereqs, you took the entrance exam, and now you apply for nursing school. So now you just kind of have to wait. Different nursing programs have their own like acceptance process. For me, once I submitted my application, they had to determine if I'm academically eligible for the program with my GPA and my TEAS. So once they accepted those grades, then they called me in for an interview process. I had to interview with one of the program directors, and it was just kind of like a basic interview, like why you want to be a nurse and tell me about a time when you did blah blah blah, you know, those kind of like behavioral situational questions. So I did the interview And then I waited about a month and a half and I finally got my acceptance letter in the mail. All programs have their own different like review and acceptance process. So I guess you can determine that, you know, on your like nursing program's website to figure out like what to anticipate next. It might seem like a lot, and it probably is, but I do think that nursing is a great career to get into because you can literally do anything that you want. Like, you can work at home, you can work in an office, you can work in the hospital, you can work with babies or kids or adults. You cardiology, surgery, you can work at a med spa, you can do aesthetics, Botox, fillers. You can do literally anything with a nursing degree and you will always, always have a job. Even though this career is extremely hard and underappreciated, and I feel underpaid as well, it is a great career choice if there's nothing else that really strikes your interest. It's worth it in the end if you find a specialty that you like doing. You can end up, you know, being a nurse and working in a field and be absolutely miserable. I've been there, I've done that. I've been in jobs where I absolutely did not like it, and that created a lot of stress and anxiety and would make me cry. So you definitely have to find what specialty works for you, and it'll be worth it. Please like, comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe for more nursing videos like these. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye!